Good afternoon, ladies. As you can see, I do not have them in my pocket. I usually keep the pencil and gelato or whatever I'm wearing in my scrub pocket. I don't have actual lip on, but you can tell that I still have, they're tinted. They leave a tint. They leave a tint behind that last. That's not going anywhere. And I reapplied. I didn't even go full force before I went into AJ's little... What did he have? Hang on. Let me get it together. His little program. Golly, Bob. Okay. But what you can tell is that I do still have the color on my lip. Like I kind of tapped it on just for hydration before I walked in. I didn't even go like full force. Okay, let's die a little bit. Now, discussing this look real fast because I'm kind of mad at myself. As I put, let's show you. These are the pressed pigments. I put Ladybug on first over my whole lid because I was like, I have green and red and let's be festive, right? Let's do all the colors. So I did a little bit of this red all over, and as I am patting this Lucky right here in my crease, because look, it's the same color, right? I would have been all matchy-matchy. I thought, you dumb butt. Red and green turn brown. So I sold myself short on this look and it ended up looking stupid, but whatever. We got makeup on today and that's all that matters. Anyway, that's the two colors I used. I used Ladybug pressed pigment and I used Lucky pressed pigment. And I combined it with, ta-da! This is the Advent calendar. I have, what do I have on? I have on Copper right here. It's such a beautiful color. And I have on Swan Song. I did Swan Song as like an illuminator, kind of in between, like in the corner crease and right here on the top of my lip, because I love the way that looks. Sometimes I kind of make it look like a milk mustache, but I still like, I don't know, I like the dewy look. And I never did that before Seint. I never really did makeup before Seint, but here we are 5 years later, mixing colors up that should never have mixed together. But one of my customers asked about the putties and how to use them, as well as the glitters. I may go into detail during an application, but this will be a quick video so I can show y'all. The two putties we have is Chantilly Lace. You can kind of see it. I'm trying to knock all the dust out of here. Chantilly Lace and Ruffle. These two right here. Why are they so different? Because it's not like, I done stuck my finger all in that Ladybug a while ago. Anyway, it's the composition of them. Why it's the only two, I have no idea. And I don't even know if this is a teaser as to, can y'all see, as to what's to come with eyeshadows. You know, we just got rid of a ton of eyeshadows and a ton of lip and cheek colors. And I don't know if we're making room for a new composition, but the cool thing about these putties is that you won't get fallout. Now, if you pick it up with a brush, you're going to be sorely disappointed, because we'll do Ruffle right here. Let me clean this little ugly brush off. But if you pick it up with a brush, you're not going to get a lot of payoff. Don't get upset. See, we all freaked out because they forgot to mention. But what you can do is you can wet your brush. I am going to take some of that's brush cleanser. That will make things go south real quick. We're going to go with the setting spray. This is Seint setting spray. And we're going to put a little bit in here. You can spray the end of your brush if you want to. Whatever works better for you. I am going to take a little bit of this setting spray. And then I am going to, let me do this first. You can either use your finger. See, if you use your finger, you're going to get a little bit of payoff right there. Okay? And you can build that up. Or you can use the setting spray like you're painting a color and a paint by numbers, whatever. And I should have done Chantilly Lace first, but here we are. Okay, and then you can... See, it's going to be kind of like a watercolor. You can use water too, but I feel like a setting spray is going to make it hold a little bit better. And then you just build it up. I used this on a live the other day, and you see how it's kind of building up? And I did it with Chantilly Lace first. And I loved the way it looked because it was kind of like a full primer. And you can tell where I have dug my finger in there. There's a little, can you see that? It's like a little, well, I'm just messing this all up. Y'all can't see nothing. It's like a divot in there. Perfect with my finger. But let's find a finger. You can rub your finger in it. This one has a little bit more clay consistency than that ruffle did. Maybe I didn't get it all the way dry. I don't know. I could be doing something. Okay, so you can see it a little bit, but it's the most beautiful primer. And if you want the biggest payload for your whatever color you're using, if that's the color that you want to stand out, you could go with this one first. So I can't see this as going away, surely to goodness. But, you know, I thought that we was fixing to see more of the, from the advent calendar last year. I can't see there, hang on. Okay, there we go. Okay. But you see how pretty that is, like how bright it is. That's with my finger. This up here is with my finger. I'm sorry, I'm flipping you all. And then this is with the brush and the setting spray, and this is with brush and setting spray. I thought we was going to get to see more with the chrome and the holographic looking, and then they took them all away. So I don't know if there's something more coming from this, but I'm telling you, use the right way. You won't be disappointed. It dries down to a powder, but it's like a putty consistency. It's really interesting. I've not seen anything like this, but I'm kind of dumb to the makeup world now because I'm shut off. If it's not Seint, if it's not Rimmon, I ain't having it. I mean, this is what I represent. This is what I'm here for. If I do find something I like along the way, I do share it with y'all, but Seint and Rimmon is my jam. Okay, now, when it comes to glitter colors, if you are using your brush and you go off in a crease or something, first of all, you're not getting your bang for your buck because you're picking up, we'll just go, what is this color? What is this scary orange color here? That is clementine. Okay. So if you pick it up, you can see it's going to make dust. You can see it flying around everywhere. Now, look at that. Y'all can still see. I swear, I'm not cutting myself or anything. That is still from the lip butters that I used. When did I do that? I did that Sunday. What's today? Wednesday? That's still from there. And I promise I've showered. I didn't use my cleansing oil right there. But anyway. Okay, so you see this flying everywhere. I'm trying to go where it's not. Okay. Now, I can build this up. Or I can just use my finger. And then I deposit that color right there. That's how I like to use my shimmers. My shimmers, my glitters, anything. If you have a coarse milled glitter, this is... I wouldn't say this is coarse milled glitter. I don't have any of the coarse milled glitters in my collection, really, because we got rid of them. But we might go Swan Song. Okay, let me see if this finger. Swan Song is a little bit, look at that. Look at that, how pretty. But I use my finger because that's the payoff you get. And you can, I've already got makeup on, so I don't know what kind of good this is going to do. But you can tap it with your finger lightly, anywhere you want it to go. And you can build that color up. And then you can take your brush, if it still looks a little scary. And you can just kind of blend it out to tone it down some. That's what I would do. But that way you don't wind up with a whole bunch of glitter. And if you are, just take a dry fluffy brush and just kind of sweep it away. I like this one better. I would sweep it away. And that's how you solve that problem. If you are getting a lot of glitter fall out, you can always use a glitter glue, a primer. You can use Seint's Balm as a base layer. You can use the multi-stick balm as a base layer. It kind of adheres the glitter to your lid. So if there are any more questions, please always feel free to comment your questions, and then I will pop on and I will do what I can to help you out. Don't forget that this might be our last advent calendar. Now these are not included, but it's the 12 shades here. I don't know. That email we got was really cryptic. I don't know if they're just doing without it for a while, if they're going to come up with something else, but it's really sounded like, now that's all gumpy. It really kind of sounded like they were doing away with it. Look at that. Isn't that fun? It was so fun. Okay. That's all I had. Place your order soon to guarantee them for Christmas. If you're ordering Christmas presents, We have not heard Boxing Day. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. We don't know Boxing Day sales yet. But as soon as I am able to tell y'all about them, you know, Seint's gotten real strict about what we say when. But just know that I will inform y'all as soon as I can. And if you're ordering Christmas, Seint, or Remine, make sure you place your orders within the next couple days to guarantee them delivery by Christmas. Oh, if you participated in Remine's Black Friday deals, oh, look at that. And your package hadn't moved, you haven't received your package, check your email, because Remine is providing a $50 coupon voucher towards your next purchase. I don't know if it has to be used in December. I'm assuming so, because the other coupon that came with your Black Friday purchases has to be used in the month of December. I haven't tried it yet. I don't think that you can stack them. That sucks, I know, but I don't think that you can stack them on the same order. Either way, you have a voucher for your if you did a Black Friday bundle, you have a voucher for that, and you also have the condolences or thank you voucher. I think it says thank you something alone, but it's a $50 voucher. How many companies do that whenever, because what they had to do is they had to move stuff around warehouses. During Black Friday, they had such a vast response from orders that they had to transport things from one warehouse to another, which delayed shipping. So as a, oops, my bad, they're providing the customers that made purchases during that time frame with a $50 voucher. That's a company I can also stand behind. It don't come out of my pocket. It comes out of theirs. And I think that that's just a great show of gratitude. Don't forget, any purchase you make, Seint or Remine, the more purchases you make, the more it qualifies you for getting rewards, getting coupons, getting free products, getting all kind of things. So it's not like you're just spending for naught. You're building up. Oh, Remine, Seint, you have 6 months. Remine, you have like 3 or 4. So be sure, because I have lost like 30 points. That's $30 that I myself have lost, and I order stuff. I just let time slip away. So make sure that you're keeping an eye on your expiration points. I'm trying to do better about monthly expiration for Seint. I can't see it yet for Remine. I'm sure they're going to revamp something, but if y'all have questions, let me know. If you need to know where to find your Remine points, I can point you in that direction. And please, if you have questions, ask me, shoot me a message, send me, comment wherever you need to comment, on the live, on the video, on a post. Comment your question there, because the question you have may benefit somebody else too. All right, ladies, I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Ask me questions as you have them. Samples, got samples ready to go. I'm waiting on color matches. Send them to me. Let me get you matched. If you were summer shade, you now need to bump down to a winter shade. Let's get you the appropriate color. If you're ready to start Remine's makeup that's got the skincare infused in it, we can do that. If you wasn't a fan of Seint, I don't know how, but I know it's crazy to think that there are some people out there that don't love it. Maybe Remine might be your jam. Or maybe you want to mix it up. Maybe you want to do a hybrid, kind of like I do from time to time. Either way, I'm here. If y'all have any questions, let me know. Don't be overstimulated and festive. I'm all of the things right now. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye. Why do I do that? That's the second time I've done that. What a goober. Bye.